I would have knocked him the f out. And it's a reason why, you know what I mean, they went the other way. Stop playing with me.
Thank you. Thank you.
Stop playing with me. Real boxing motherfuckers know why they went the other way. He wasn't ready yet. He needed a couple of more fights, they said. Stop playing. Y'all be
Come on, bro. That's what I'm talking about. We already said
That's right. That's right.
But I don't know.
It ain't his time, bro.
That's right.
Same thing. It ain't his time yet.
And I be trying to be nice because I support the young fella and all that. And he black and shit. I want to see him succeed.
That's my thing.
Niggas can't come up to me and do the same that they can do with other niggas. Niggas don't do that with me. I would slap the piss out of niggas' face. Niggas know who to play with.
But that was also what I said. His career is already there.
Niggas don't even really be saying my name. They be like, I'm with everybody. I'm on everybody. I will stop everybody. Niggas say my name. Niggas say I knocked Terence Crawford out.
Can't lie. He also said he was 10 steps ahead of you. There seems to be some friction there. I know it's something that dates back. Are you surprised to see this after a win of that caliber?
No, I don't even care. None of that stuff don't bother me.
But it's okay. I'm happily retired.
Questioned about their recent interaction on social media, Ennis immediately dismissed the topic. He made it clear that he has no interest in revisiting past exchanges or giving unnecessary attention to online back-and-forth discussions. His entire focus is centered on writing the next chapter of his own career and building a legacy that will ultimately speak for.
Boost era, I pray and hope that, he take it to the extreme. I pray nothing but success for him and his family, and all in all, it's all about competitiveness. And people want to see, this generation, how would they do with the previous generation? The same way with people comparing me to Floyd. We'll never fight, So I wish him nothing but the best. I want to.
When questioned about their recent interaction on social media, Ennis immediately dismissed the topic. He made it clear that he has no interest in revisiting past exchanges or giving unnecessary attention to online back-and-forth discussions. His entire focus is centered on writing the next chapter of his own career and building a legacy that will ultimately speak for.
All types of stuff, eyes closed. Like when I left the ring, I hadn't had no cuts, no bumps. My eyes wasn't swollen, nothing. Like I went in the ring the same way. I went in the ring and came out the ring the same exact way. So I don't know. It is what it is.
Right after the fight, Terence Crawford tweets, "I'm gonna keep my comments to myself, but y'all get it, I hope." What did you make of that?
I ain't worried about what nobody got going on. That one stuff don't bother me. I be locked in on what's in front of me and these other champions, and I'm like I said, I'm here to take over this division, this sport, this game mine.
But it does seem like there's something there. I can't lie. He also said he was 10 steps ahead of you. There seems to be some friction there. I know it's something that dates back. Are you surprised to see this after a win of that caliber?
No, I don't even care. None of that stuff don't bother me.
But it would be a massive fight, right? I feel like he's going to come back at some point, and I think that you could be the guy to bring him back. That's a big money fight for you.
We'll see. As of right now, he retired. So he what do you say? He said he joined his retirement, right?
Crawford also revealed an interesting story involving promoter Eddie Hearn. He explained that well before a possible showdown with Canelo Alvarez became part of the conversation, he challenged Hearn to back his confidence in boots by putting real money behind a fight between the two of them. According to Crawford, Hearn chose not to do it, and that decision gave him all the answers he needed. From Crawford's perspective, there was no point continuing the discussion after that response.
Eddie been talking about that for a long time. But the crazy thing about it is I told Eddie, I said, Eddie, this is before Canelo. I said, Eddie, you keep talking about this fight so much. Put your money up. Eddie said, I'm not paying for that fight. I said, why not? You believe in your fighter? I'm not paying for that fight. I said, I rest my case.
Okay.
Ennis also acknowledged that a fight against Terence Crawford would easily represent the biggest payday of his professional career. Even with that opportunity in mind, he refused to become distracted by rumors or unnecessary drama. He rejected the idea that Crawford was personally calling him out and insisted he pays no attention to outside opinions. Instead, Ennis urged reporters to stop bringing Crawford into every interview because his attention is focused somewhere else.
Right?
Yeah, you could say that probably, but it's other big fights out here for sure too, though. So,
Do you consider him a hater?
I don't consider him anything. I don't even care. Like I hear people just keep asking me questions about it. I don't even pay him no mind. I don't pay none of these people no mind. Don't ask me no questions about him, for real. That's how I feel.
I understand. It's just new stuff, you know, when that's being tweeted like seconds after the fight, it's hard not to ask you about it. You understand, right?
No, for sure, but I don't.
Crawford did offer one constructive observation regarding Ennis's fighting style. While complimenting Boots for his outstanding speed and explosive athletic ability, he pointed out that the young champion sometimes chooses to trade punches when there is no real need to do so. Crawford believes Ennis occasionally depends too much on his natural talent instead of sticking to disciplined boxing fundamentals. As the level of competition continues rising, he emphasized that talent alone will not always be enough to guarantee victory.
I know he's faster than most, he's more explosive than most, but at the same time, he's shown in the past that he can get careless and that he's going out there just to fight, you know, and I don't think when you get higher and higher, that's going to be enough.
Eddie said this would be a massive fight.
Fresh off his impressive victory over Xander Zayos, Jaron "Boots" Ennis remained completely committed to taking control of his own division. He encouraged fans to stop constantly bringing Terence Crawford into every conversation and instead focus on the opponents and challenges that are directly in front of him.
I know you've been tired of hearing about Terence Crawford throughout the build-up to this fight, but he did tweet something that definitely seemed like in relation to this fight, without saying much, but you know, given a tweet right after the fight. Any response to Terence Crawford, who had something to say?
Yeah, we ain't worried about retired. You know, we focus on tasking and taking over this division. We ain't worried about no retired fighters.
Yeah, y'all keep on throwing Terence up. Terence, he retired. Leave Terence alone. Let him do what he's supposed to do. Y'all can have fun.
Throughout the entire discussion, Ennis never spent time looking back at the past. His attention remained fixed on the active champions and top contenders standing between him and complete control of the division. Rather than pursuing retired legends, he made it clear that his priority is facing the fighters who currently hold world titles.
I feel way stronger this weight class. I should have probably been moved up, but as you know, I was staying down there, you know, trying to, you know, be undisputed down there, and those guys were down there playing around, and so I had to, you know, move up, and then I think that was the best decision I made, because I think I would have stayed at that weight for too long.
I gotta ask you this, like, I know you be tired of talking about Bud, but I remember a couple weeks ago, there's a Gillian Wallow put out a video, and Bud was on the other side saying, I would knock that Boots out. Like, did you watch that? And what was your reaction to that?
Oh man, I'm in camp. I don't even worry about what he retired. I ain't worry about what nothing he got going on. I'm locked in. I'm focused on tasking him, and that's Xander's eyes. I'm locked in on that.
Does part of you still want to fight him though?
I'm not.
You're not thinking about it.
Say that one more time.
I said, does part of you still wish you can fight him?
He's a retired.
Drawing from his own experience inside the ring, Sean Porter explained that fighting Terence Crawford gave him first-hand insight into just how exceptional Crawford's abilities truly are. Porter believes Crawford performs at a level that only a handful of fighters in history have ever reached, and in his opinion, Ennis still has additional accomplishments to achieve before reaching that same standard.
Buzz Boots.
Yeah.
I think I think Terence stops him
It's
late.
such a special fight because you got two alpha males in the ring that are true alpha males. You know what I mean? I was an alpha male until I got in the ring with that dude.
It just
that dude, like, it was like the more he wasn't allowing me to do he wasn't, and it was like, damn, okay, well then,
you had one of them in eights and the other in sparring.
I don't know, because that dude hit me with a right hand in the sparring, and I was like, I was like.
Even with that viewpoint, Porter still believes a fight between Crawford and Ennis would have been absolutely spectacular. He does not envision either fighter winning comfortably. Instead, he expects a highly tactical contest built around constant adjustments, precise counterpunching, perfect timing, and elite-level ring intelligence. In his eyes, it would resemble the legendary technical battles between James Toney and Mike McCallum, where both fighters continuously forced one another to think through every second of the contest.
No, because Terence is just
somebody getting stopped.
I don't know. That this fight right here, if this fight were to happen this year, it will go down in history as one of the classic fights that go with the Marvin Hagler and Tommy Hearns, that go with the Ray Leonard and all of those.
You know
guys.
what fight I always thought these two would resemble in their own way was when James Toney would fight Mike McCallum.
Oh wow!
And they would have. Go watch those fights. You will see the highest level of exchanges in box.
Don't. Yeah.
Counter. Like just
with speed and.
Tim Bradley approached the subject from a realistic business perspective. He reminded everyone that today's boxing landscape is shaped just as much by financial decisions as by performances inside the ring. Because of that reality, Bradley advised Boots Ennis to stop waiting for Terence Crawford and continue fighting whoever is available. Remaining active, collecting major paydays, and continuing to build his reputation should stay at the top of his priorities. In Bradley's opinion, Crawford has already secured his place as a boxing legend, while Boots should remain focused on carving out his own legacy instead of chasing someone else's.
But that's the game, bro. Because trust me, this game is more business than sport.
So what do you do if you're Boots? What do you do to get those?
You look to maximize your money and fight somebody that's willing to step in the ring with you. Maximize what you get. Don't worry about what the other guys get. Just to get active. He's getting forgotten. Just chasing. Why is he chasing Crawford? Don't chase the bag. Make yourself a name. Make a name for yourself. You know, he just want to go straight to the top, and it's like, bro, Crawford's on a different level, different pay scale. You know, Crawford's at the penthouse. This kid is.
Tim Bradley approached the subject from a realistic business perspective. He reminded everyone that today's boxing landscape is shaped just as much by financial decisions as by performances inside the ring. Because of that reality, Bradley advised Boots Ennis to stop waiting for Terence Crawford and continue fighting whoever is available. Remaining active, collecting major paydays, and continuing to build his reputation should stay at the top of his priorities. In Bradley's opinion, Crawford has already secured his place as a boxing legend, while Boots should remain focused on carving out his own legacy instead of chasing someone else's.
Philadelphia, Boots Ennis, Eddie, a couple other people, called Boots the natural successor to Terence Crawford, and obviously I know your relationship with him. Do you feel that high on Boots as well, or?
Hell yeah, I think Boots is a hell of a fighter. I don't know about the natural sensation, whatever that is to Terence Crawford. I think Boots is his own fighter, Terence is his own fighter, but I think they both hell of a fighters. I've been around Boots for years. And
Shakur Stevenson also weighed in with his opinion, calling Jaron Boots Ennis one of the elite fighters in boxing today. Even so, he stopped short of calling Boots the next Terence Crawford. Stevenson believes comparisons like that ignore the unique qualities that make each boxer exceptional. Having known Ennis for many years, he said he has never doubted his talent and has always believed Boots possesses the ability to become a championship level.
Interesting. If Boots looks totally dominant against Zayas, Crawford hasn't fought now in a year. He's almost 40 years old. If Boots looks vulnerable,
Crawford ain't doing that.
I don't know. But here's the other thing. Just me saying that out loud. If Crawford hears a couple people saying that, he'll come back and fight him no matter what, right?
Well, if you turn down that money from Canelo, and you can easily beat him again, because you just.
He hasn't been out of the ring that long. I'm not saying he's retired yet. I know he's. I think he believes it, but
I'm saying
he's a fighter.
He dominated Canelo, the great Canelo. He dominated him. No shot for Canelo, and they offered him more money, and they begged him to come back, which would be easier fight if he did it. He didn't do that.
Max Kellerman then examined what might realistically persuade Terence Crawford to come back for a fight against Ennis. He suggested that Boots' performance against Xander Zayas could heavily influence that possibility. A dominant victory would naturally increase public demand, while any visible flaws could reduce the excitement surrounding the matchup. The rest of the panel agreed that Crawford's competitive nature, along with his remarkable accomplishments, including a victory over Canelo Alvarez, could eventually tempt him out of retirement despite his previous comments.
The only thing that bothers me is all of you booty buddies out there talking about, hey, Terence Crawford will whoop Boots. Boots ain't ready for Terence Crawford. Shut your ass up. Shut your ass up. Shut your ass up. Because we were saying this a while back, a year ago, even more than that. Terence Crawford versus Boots, and what y'all say? There's no money in it. Nobody want to see that. Nobody want to see that. So now that everybody's past it, here come y'all booty buddies. Hey, Terence Crawford whoop his ass. Don't talk now. He's retired now. It's over now. You ain't want to see it before? Then shut your ass up now. This is the No Bull Jive episode. Get that out of here. We wanted Boots versus Terence Crawford right after Errol Spence, and then he could fight Nello. Because
Showbiz shared a strong opinion of his own on the subject. He questioned the fans who suddenly began claiming Crawford would have easily defeated Ennis only after Crawford stepped away from the sport. He also pointed out that many of those very same people previously argued there was not enough interest in making the fight.
now that it's all over with, the guy's retired, all right? Terence Crawford ain't coming back. He was great. He's definitely a special fighter, all-time great fighter, but he's gone. He's retired. So Boots versus Bud will never happen. Forget about it.
I don't worry about coming back to prove anything, because me coming back and proving something to people that it doesn't matter, what never matters. To credit Boots, like, he's a tremendous talent and he's no walk in the park for no one.
Boots right now is doing the proper thing and negotiating with Fundora, and that shit's a barn burner. I have no idea who wins that. I'm damn near leaning towards Fundora.
Building on that point, Showbiz praised everything Terence Crawford achieved during his legendary career, but admitted he does not expect the former champion to return. Because of that, he considers a fight with Ennis unrealistic at this stage. Instead, he shifted the conversation toward Boots' future, especially a possible showdown with Sebastian Fundora, which he believes would be an outstanding and extremely competitive matchup.
Terence Crawford realistic, you think, or they're just like, nah, it's not gonna happen?
Of course it's not gonna happen. Listen, my man TC did the unthinkable, the unbelievable, the unimaginable. He knocked off Canelo from 3 weight classes below. And I'm TC all the way.
But if he doesn't decide to retire, sticks around, maybe tries to fully unify 160, is there a world where you could see Jaron Ennis and Terence getting it on because there's just so much attention for it?
Well, I think it's attention, but Terence is on.
Andre Ward also poured cold water on the increasing speculation surrounding a Crawford versus Ennis fight. While acknowledging that fans still want to see the matchup, he believes the opportunity has already passed. Ward emphasized Crawford's historic accomplishments, including winning titles across multiple weight divisions before defeating Canelo Alvarez, arguing that those achievements place him among a select group of fighters very few will ever equal.
And, it would take a real wizard to beat him. Crawford has something that no other fighter around has, and people haven't commented on it, and that is he fights equally well as a southpaw or as a right-hander. And so when you train for a fight, usually the fighter he's fighting trains for him as a orthodox fighter, right-handed fighter. And so from the first round on, he'll turn southpaw, and the guy isn't ready for him.
Providing another perspective, Paulie Malignaggi said Jaron Ennis unquestionably has the talent needed to build an incredible legacy. However, he believes it is still far too early to describe this generation as exclusively belonging to the Boots era. According to Malignaggi, elite stars such as Shakur Stevenson and Naoya Inoue continue performing at the highest level, making this one of the deepest and most talented eras in boxing rather than one dominated by a single fighter.
And in a case like this is like the Boots era, right? So, I mean, with you who understands multi-divisions, like, do you kind of see Jaron kind of being one of those next guys, if anything, kind of following the footprints of?
I think he has to. I mean, he's a great fighter. He can start his own era like what he's doing now, but he got a lot of guys he got to compete with, like Shakur. He got Inoue. Those guys are young and still fighting. So yeah. I wouldn't really call it the Boots era. I just think he's a great fighter.
Bernie the Boxer added another viewpoint by stressing the importance of showing respect to the legends who helped shape the sport. He believes younger fighters should be more thoughtful when speaking about the veterans who paved the way before them. In his opinion, Ennis could have answered questions about Crawford differently, explaining that sharing the ring with a fighter of Crawford's caliber would have represented both an enormous challenge and an incredible opportunity. Even while believing in Boots, Bernie still acknowledged Crawford's greatness.
They don't even know who they are. They don't have no sense of self. No sense of self. You're supposed to respect your elders. You're supposed to respect your elders. That's it. You're supposed to respect your elders. He could have answered that way better. I would have loved to fight Crawford. If it truly would have lined up, it'd have been an honor to share the ring with Crawford. Can't say who would have won. I would believe I would have won, but Crawford is a great fighter, and it's never going to be any easy time with him. And all I can say was that it'd have been a great, tremendous honor. But he didn't say he said that stupid shit because they keep saying, people still don't want to hear that, And again, like I said this, and I'm done. I don't want to talk about Boots no more as far as dealing with Crawford. He had the opportunity to make himself align with Crawford, but he didn't do that. That's it. This is the simplest route. That was the simplest way. Stay in the WBO rankings. Because WBO, they award their mandatories. They do that. I don't know about nobody else, but the WBO, they keep their mandatories. So if you are, like he said on $1 million worth of game, Crawford won the welterweight title in 2018. So if you've been wanting to fight Crawford since 2018, you finally up close into the rankings, why would you jump?
Brian Norman Jr. compared the two fighters and highlighted several similarities between them. He believes both Ennis and Crawford possess outstanding natural athleticism, can comfortably switch between stances, and create offense from a variety of angles. However, Norman feels Crawford separates himself because of his championship experience, his success against elite opponents, and the steady development he achieved while moving through multiple weight classes. In his opinion, those experiences made Crawford the more refined and complete fighter.
It's like each other as far as height. They both switch hitters, length, and everything. All of that cancels out each other. So they are literally the same people, pretty much. The only difference is Crawford done been in the big stage against big fighters so many times. And also with age, he didn't beat up his body, so his age is actually good. He got the grown man strength. He not just grown man strength, but he built on top of that. Like, look at him at 135. He was a little scrawny dude. He wasn't a big dude. Now look at him. He ripped up everything. He's strong. So sure. I feel like he got everything, all the experience, all the knowledge. So I got it.
Although the fight never became a reality, the debate over Terence Crawford versus Jaron Ennis continues to dominate boxing conversations. Fighters, trainers, analysts, and fans all hold different opinions about how the matchup would have unfolded, and perhaps that is exactly why it remains one of the sport's biggest unanswered questions. Let us know your prediction in the comments below, and if you enjoyed the video, be sure to like, subscribe, and turn on notifications so you never miss the latest boxing news and coverage.